All right, we'll get into it. I might just run over in a minute and let some more people in. But we'll start from standing anyway. Again, I may cut my head off, so don't worry. Just starting from standing, we're just going to start with some circles. Hopefully you've all had a little bit of a warm-up or just done just into class beforehand. So we're already a little bit warm. And then from there, just changing the wrist circles the other direction. Nice. Actually, I'm going to mute us all now too. There's lots of sounds coming through. Perfect. All right, then we're going to start with some ankle circles. So just the right foot circling out. Perfect. And there's quite a few of you missing last week in Bendy Back. I was a bit sad. That's all right. Lots of us tonight. And then other direction with the foot. So just circling in now. I've got some more active flex exercises planned, so we're going to work hard. Hope we're all feeling ready. All right, then just your other foot, so just circling outwards again. This gives me so many ankle cramps. All right, other direction, circling the foot in. And then we'll just move on to the knee, so grab a hold of a wall if you need, but just circling the foot out. We're just doing like 5 circles each direction, and then we're going to circle other direction with the knee. And other foot, circling out for about 5. And then circling in. And then we're going to do some hip circles, so just really big, over-exaggerated hip circles. We're going to go about 5 directions one way, or 5 circles one way, and then 5 the other way. And once you've done those 5, just changing directions. And again, nice big over-exaggerated circles. And 5. And then just arms up, we're going to do some torso twists. Just trying to really focus on the upper torso twisting, rather than twisting too much from the hips. One more each way, then I want to go for some arm circles. So we're going to go 5 big arm circles back, really trying to open that arm up as we circle back. To give you a nice little gentle chest stretch in there. And then we're going to go forwards. And other arm, again, big arm circles back, getting that nice big stretch open as we bring that arm back. As big a circles as we can get them, changing directions, just keep going. There's some more people joining. All right, and again, just what about 2 arm circles forward or back, somewhere there. Big arm circles. And then we're going to go for head circles. So just take your time. I want to go 5 each direction. Again, I suggest closing your eyes because these can make you a little bit dizzy. But take your time, don't rush them. Be gentle on your neck. I just want to go 5 each direction. And 5. Perfect. Now I just want to squat, shoulder roll it back. So just getting as low as we can. And just getting a little bit warmer still. Gonna be worth it when we start bending. And then we're gonna go rolls forward. Getting nice and low in that squat for me. And one more. This time we're going to squat, reach it over, and then just alternate each direction for me. Getting a really nice side bend down the side. Oh, we're starting to feel so much warmer. We're going to do just one more each way. And then we're going to do those side bend ones, or different ones. So arms all the way up above head. I'm going to use abs switched on here as we go to the side and lift back up. Remember, tummy tucking in, it's important to have those abs on. We're going to go 5 each direction. Again, take your time and really make sure that core is engaged, especially as you come back up. So just exhale as you come up, tucking that tummy in. And again, we'll just go 5 each direction. I'm pretty sure I'm up 4. I lost count during my talking. Once you've done 5, just pausing still, so I know we're all done. Yeah, perfect. And then we're going to do some twisty ones. So the next one I want, arms up nice and tall. I'll face kind of side on for you. We're going to go forwards, side, up. And if I do it from the front, we're going 5 each direction. So forward, open to the side, and up. Remember as you come forward to have that nice flat back, no rounded, just come as low as you can with that flat back. Even if it's not completely 90 degrees, aim for more of that flat back, rather than just aiming for that depth. And again, 5 each direction for me. Keeping core switched on. I've totally lost count. I'm going to do 1 more each way. Once you've done those 5 each side, just pause nice and still. And then we're going to bring it back down to the floor. Actually, no, we'll do 1 more from standing first. I lie. We're going to reach our arm over now, and we're just going to hold this time and just enjoy the stretch. So just pick whichever side you like to do first. Just keeping that chest nice and open, and just enjoying that nice side stretch. Then we're going to kind of arch it more back. So I want you to poke your boots up to the roof. And again, I'm over to the side, but also slightly back. Keep abs on, butt squeeze, just to keep everything nice and safe. And then we're going to do that over the other side. So gently coming up, reaching over and just hold. Keeping chest nice and open. Enjoying that nice side stretch. And then we're just going to slightly arch it back. Oops, if I face this way, and slightly back, slightly to the side. And gently bring it back up. And now we're going to bring it down to the floor. So I want to do a little butt one. Coming down onto the floor. Oh, eating my hair. We're just going to tuck the pelvis around. So you've got a bit of a gap between your belly button and the floor. You're welcome to pop your hands here or hands here. We're just going to squeeze the butt, lift the leg. I'm just going to lift it up and down. Just making sure you're not using that lower back to lift your leg. Again, tuck, squeeze the butt, then lift. Let's have a look at these. I want 10 each leg. Now the idea here is not to use your lower back to lift that butt up off the floor. I physically want to see your butt squeeze to lift it up. So again, your tailbone is going to be like really tilted into the floor. There's always that gap between your belly button and the floor. And again, just go for that 10 each side for me. And don't worry too much about height. Make sure your leg's nice and straight as well. Your legs shouldn't bend into this one because that's your hamstring. Just get as much squeeze you can. Again, don't stress if you don't even get. First time I did this, I had no lift off the floor. This one has taken me so long to get the hang of. Yeah, perfect. And then looks like we're nearly all there. And just that 10 each side. Then we're going to do a slidey one. So sorry if you're on carpet. Socks are really handy for this one. Same idea. I either go hands near my head or just out to the side. We're going to slide and lift. 10 each side. Squeeze your butt for me. We're going to do some butt activation before we bend. You have some nice healthy back bends. Look at these, you're all getting so high. You can just 10 each side for me. Once you're done, just rest it down to the floor so I know. Nice. There's so much fire in these ones. Such good cold bump. Yeah, sorry for those of you on carpet. This one's a little bit of a foot burner if you're on carpet. Just like really all there. Nice straight leg as well. Make sure your knees not bending up. Don't want that hamstring pulling that leg in. Looks like we're pretty much all there. All right, stay in your stomach. We're going to do a little bit more strength. So again, I want you to kind of, not a full tuck, just kind of a nice neutral spine. So I'm just slightly tucking my pelvis. Arms are going to go behind. You're going to exhale, lift 10 times. High as you can. Pull those shoulders down away from your ears. And again, we're going to go for 10. Squeeze your butt to help you lift. Not just your lower back, but butt, hamstrings, upper back. Pulling those shoulder blades down and back. Keep those arms up off the floor the whole time. Even when you're down on the floor, don't want those hands down. You can squeeze them up. And, oh yeah, 10. I've done my 10. Perfect. Now we're going to add a different arm movement. So we're going to lift up, reach above head as high as you can, pull down, and release back to the floor. So up, above head, and down. Going for 10. Now as those arms squeeze back, see if you can use that squeeze back to lift you up a little bit more. And really think shoulders down away from those ears, and use that booty for me. Try not to flip your head either. We don't want to crunch your neck. I want your head to be looking down at the floor. So you don't need to use that neck to lift you up. Nice, these look really good. And remember, use your butt, so pelvis tucked. It's easy to let that lower back arch here, so keep aiming for that tailbone tuck, keeping shoulders down away from those ears, eyes looking down at the floor. So no lifting up back in that neck. Working hard tonight. Again, I just want 10 of these. So once you're done, just like relax it all down to the floor. Pretty much all done. Keep it on the floor for me. So now we're going to go hands out just in front. I want you to pull those shoulders down away from the ears. And we're just going to do some little pulses up. So just little pulses up. I'm keeping my belly button on the floor. Just trying to arch from that upper back. Again, shoulders pulling down away from those ears. And then we're going to step it back a little bit more. And just some pulses a little bit lower down the back. Now, then keep shoulders pulling down away from your ears. And think about really trying to like pull your boobs through to activate that upper back a little bit more. So again, pulling boobs through the arms as I'm pulsing up and down. Then we're going to step back a little bit more and just pulse a little bit higher up. Squeeze your butt. And again, pulling boobs through the arms. Really pulling your shoulder blades down and back. If you can, stepping back a little bit more to your at your deepest point. And again, pull shoulders down, squeeze them back, and pull the boobs through. So I'm always trying to really claw the floor to activate that upper back. Squeezing the butt. And then we're just going to do a little torso twist. So just from the upper back, looking back at the right foot. Then we're going to twist back the other way, looking back at the left foot. And dropping back down. I just want to do another little butt exercise for you. So hands out just in front. You're going to bend your right foot up. Try not to use your lower back again. We're just going to squeeze our butt and kind of like donkey kick it up to the roof. So 10 times. Sorry, this is my bad butt. I should have put this one on display in front of the camera, but hopefully you get the idea. I'm just going 10 each side. So again, engaging the butt. Squeeze it as much as you can, and just make sure you're not using that lower back. Once you've done 10 that side, just swap to the other side for me. So left leg up, going for 10. Perfect. Once you're there, if you're not finished yet, that's cool, keep going. We're going to come back up into a nice deep seal stretch. Deepest one. So again, just take your time. Pulling those shoulders down away from those ears, elbows in. Then we're going to see if we can bring our toes back towards the head. So you're going to squeeze your butt really hard, really claw the floor and pull your chest through. And we're going to arch and try and touch. I don't know if I can do it today. But just try and touch your toes, basically. Some days I can do this, some days I can't. Oh, they look amazing. Then remember, shoulders down away from your ears. Promise you with this one, up towards your ears, you're not going to get as much. Pull them down, and you'll feel your upper back really like pull through. These look amazing. Let's try this again. We'll do a second set. I really want you to like squeeze your butt. Really try and pull that foot in. It's a lot of hamstring. You might get a bit of cramping. Sitting shoulders down away from those ears. And just play around a bit. You might need to, everyone bends a little bit differently. So again, just play around and see what works. And then just bring it down. We'll just give it a little decompress. Because that one's pretty intense. Takes a lot of strength. Just knees nice and open, coming back to that nice little lower back stretch. And then I'm going to get you to bring it up. Which one do I want to do first? We'll go to our pyramid sequence. So just coming up to standing. I'm just going to do a little bit of a pyramid sequence. So just coming over, reaching nice and long, keeping that front leg nice and straight. Squeeze those knees. Then we're going to drop those hands to the floor, and we're just going to rock forwards and back. Just squeezing that front knee nice and straight. And I'm going to be moving between all our stretches pretty fast, so do your best to keep up with me. And then hold nice and straight. Just keep that butt sticking out behind you. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to flex and point. You're going to keep your quads tense. Now just keep rocking forwards and back. Keeping that butt stuck out in the air. And we're going to hold it back. Squeeze that quad nice and straight. Because I'm already sweating. All right, let's step that right foot forward, left leg back. We're going to step it up nice and tall. Now just really pay attention here that your pelvis is tucked. Squeeze your booty tight, straighten your back knee, and keep squeezing to hold that tuck as you lower down as deep as you can. Just remember, squeeze your butt. Reach those arms all the way up above head as high as you can. And then we're going to just try and do 3 pulses back as far as you can. So you're going to go 1, then 2, arching back. Just remember, this one will not hurt your lower back as much. If you can tuck the pelvis, then go for the lead. And just those 3. Once you've done those 3, we're going to lower that back leg down. Perfect. Grab a hold of your back foot and just yank it in. Give it a nice good stretch. And just try and like arch up. So really lift your boobs up to the roof. And just picture your back hip dropping down to the floor. And we'll just pretty much repeat this on the other side. So let's bring it up nice and gently. We'll just go down the other side. So reaching out nice and long. Squeeze that left thigh nice and straight. Keep your butt stuck out so we get that nice flat back. Then we're going to drop down to the floor. It's going to get you rock forwards and back. Really try and push that butt out behind and just squeezing that front thigh. 5, 7, 9, and hold. Again, squeeze that front thigh. Stick that butt out behind you. Then we go the other direction. So flex and point. Looking good. And then hold. Perfect. Now we're going to get ready for this tough one. So flattening the foot, both hands on the inside. We're going to step that right foot back, stepping up to our long lunge, making a real effort to tuck the hips and squeeze the butt, while also finding the balance between straightening the back knee. That may mean you have to come up higher, so if you need to, do it. But remember, the more tucked in you can get it, the less pressure through the lower back. So arms reaching up high, just those little pulses up and down. Keep squeezing the butt, and then going for those 3 arches back. So reach up tall, and then 3 arches back. I'm totally using balance today. And once you're done, leg down, and we're just going to yank that foot in. Take your time. And again, just try and like really lift your chest up, so boobs up to the roof. Pulling that foot in, I know it hurts, but it's going to be well worth it in the end. Chest up nice and tall. So think about pulling your shoulders down and back to help those boobs really lift up. And then slowly coming out of it. All right, find a wall. Hopefully you can see me from here. We're going to do this from standing. I might do it on my knees if you can't see me. But hands up to the wall. You're going to put your boobs in and then arching your butt. Getting as low as you can. So if I do this from my knees, arms are up, boobs in, and then just slowly trying to straighten out those knees. Let's have a look. I can move the camera if we need. Ah, now we're good. So many butts in my view. I love it. And don't be afraid, if this is like feels easy, feels nice, don't be afraid to come a little bit deeper. Don't stress if your legs don't straighten as you come deeper. Just let them bend, and then you can slowly over time straighten them out. Take your time. Tucking your pelvis under a little bit as well can help that upper back stretch out a bit more. Your hands should be quite narrow, about shoulder width distance apart. So don't let them wing out too wide. And this one we can let those shoulders raise up a bit. They don't have to be down and back. All right, we're going to move on now to the pray position. So same thing, but my arms are like this. Pray. So again, do it from standing. I'm just going to demonstrate it from my knees. So elbows on the wall, push those glutes in. Nice little shoulder stretch. All right, do you have me? Yeah, got it, beautiful. And again, arms in quite narrow. We don't want to be too wide. If this feels easy, just slide down a little bit deeper. But again, we're aiming for boots on the wall and then actively try and lift your chin off the wall. Really actively try and lift. You can do a little bit of one as well, but keep holding. All right, let's find a way out of that one. We're going to do a little pec stretch on the wall as well. So just one elbow on in line with the shoulder. I'll come down on my knees, but you guys stay on your toes. Just keeping elbow on in line with the shoulder. We're just going to step forward and twist nice and open. And other side, we're not going to hold that one for too long. Just that left elbow on in line with the shoulder and just stepping through. Perfect. All right, if you've got a couple of yoga blocks, grab a couple, 1, 2 preferably. Otherwise, you've got a couple of rolled up towels. I'm going to face this way so you can see me, but I'd suggest doing this against the wall. I might actually just grab my chair. I'm going to pretend that I'm facing the wall. So I'm popping this under my knee. My knee is on the middle of the block. For this lunge, I am letting my knee come over my toe and sinking down really deep. So my back leg is in like a split position. You're just going to bend forward, pulse it up 4 times. Try and stay really deep in this lunge for me. So we go down into the wall, pulse it up. Again, if you've got a chair, you're welcome to hold on to it that way. Either way is fine. Put this down, pulse it up. I'm just going for 4. And once you've done those 4, just sit up nice and tall. But again, my knees are right in the middle of the blocks. 1 block, 2 blocks. 2 blocks technically makes it a little bit harder. Otherwise, some rolled up towels, whatever you've got. Just sink down nice and deep. Remember the whole tucking your pelvis thing, so squeezing your booty. The more tucked under it is, the less pressure that lower back is going to be on when we start really bending. So again, just those 4. And then once you've done those 4, you can join me by pulling that foot in. That's it. And like, don't be afraid to pull that foot in. I know you guys have a little bit more potential, so yank it in, let that hip drop down to the floor, and we're just going to lean forward with the head. So don't arch up just yet. I'm just literally, if you can see me there, I'm just leaning forward. Just for a little bit longer, pulling that foot in as much as you can, and I'm going to count down from 10. So lift up your chest. Moves up, we're going to arch it back. I'm going to count down from 10, 9, so push it hard for me, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep it up, 4, the shoulders down and back, 3, 2, 1, stay on your block. This time we're going to try and touch our foot back towards our head. So sinking low, and we're going to try and touch all that foot moving. That's it, and usually it's right there. Sometimes it's just a little bit wonky. Hard to find sometimes, but you got to squeeze your butt really hard. And a little bit of active flex there. Let's do the other side. So repeating the same thing again for me. Knees on the block, foot forwards, sinking low. And we're just going to pulse up 4 times. Down and up. Getting as low as you can in this lunge. And then once you've done those 4, just grabbing the back foot and just yank it in. Perfect. Oh, this side's so sore. I'm having such a tight week this week. Good, and then just staying lean forward first. Keep holding, yank that foot in for me. And then we're going to lift it up, moves up, arch it back. For 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, keep sinking low, 6, 5, shoulders down and back, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then show me those foot touching those heads. So staying in that long lunge, sorry, I don't want to demonstrate it. Just trying to arch, whoops, I'm doing one block, arch back, trying to touch that foot towards your head. That's it, squeeze hard with your butt. It's closer than you think it is. Oh, these look at me, you guys are so close. Amazing. All right, you can relax it off, well done. All right, let me move this out of the way. We're gonna come back up to the wall again, and we're just gonna do a few little arch backs. So next to the wall, I'm about 4 arm width distance away. I may not be able to talk to you the whole time in this stretch, but I'll do my best. So as I'm going back, I'm going head, middle of my back, and then I'm going to hang, but I'm going to use the wall for balance. So it's head, middle of your back, and then I'm going to arch back as far as I can. Try to keep those knees nice and straight. We're going to do that 4 times. So I'm going to arch, use the wall for balance, and bring it back up 4 times. Take your time. Sometimes this stuff can make you quite dizzy. Bit of back bending amnesia or back bending dizziness. It's hard to breathe during this stuff, which is why we tend to get a little bit dizzy sometimes. Going backwards is just, yeah, not the easiest on the body. So yeah, you can place your hands on the wall, you can hold on to it, but just really trying to feel each of the part bend. So you got your neck, glutes lift up, so you arch that upper back, then we push those hips forward. Then we're gonna lean back. It's a little bit of a process. Beautiful, these look really good. I always say, I love doing these ones like with my head facing the camera or facing a mirror because it's so funny to watch the face. Once you've done 4, just bring it down. Beautiful. All right. You can take your time if you're still going, no stress. We're just going to come into a lunge position next. Just do a couple of arch stretches. So I've got my blocks here for balance. You don't need them. It's just really handy to have something for balance or a chair if you've got one. But I'm going to reach out nice and long. I'm going to take a big exhale. Inhale to reach over. And then I want you to exhale on your deepest point. So it's an exhale, inhale, and then you're going to exhale to drop a little bit lower. I actually like to do this one usually with my foot flexed. It puts a little bit more on my hip flexor and it brings your ankle a bit closer to you. I'm going for 4, so it's my same arm as back leg. So my left arm reaching over to my left leg. Try to stay really square, use your butt. Think about, once you're in that deepest point, if you want to, you can hang there for like 2 breaths out, it doesn't matter. But you can most definitely hang there for 1, hang there for 2. Just think butt for me. You really want to try and put that stretch in the hip flexor, not just squash your lower back. I can't explain in the video actually, but hopefully you get the idea. Use your butt. Once you've done those 4, we're just going to swap straight to the other side. So if you're done, feel free to go straight to the other side. Again, just other side will be my right arm, reaching over towards my back right leg. Again, take your time. These can make you dizzy. Really try and think like up out of your seat bones as well. And think about once you're in your deepest point, really try and push your hips forward. Send them out in front. Improves lifted up and over as well when you're in that deep point. It's really nice and you can really feel that upper back kind of like pull you into this one a little bit. Upper back activation. Hard to get. If you think about the upper back really like pulling you down as much as your butt extending forward, it can help. And just that 4 each way. Beautiful, these look really square. So try not to open out too much. I want you nice and square. How are you feeling? We're all done. I'm going to come up straight into a bridge after this. If you're still going, that's cool. Just keep hanging out, but don't rush. If you're ready, I want you to come up into a bridge position. So just hands behind your shoulders next to your head. Coming up into a glute bridge, we're going to push it up. All I want you to do is rock forwards and backwards a few times. Rock forwards and back if you can, just walking those heels in a bit more and just going for a few more rocks. So you're in as close as you can. You see the things. Yeah, these look really good. As you're rocking, really try and like use your butt. And see if you can push the chest over those wrists. Oh, we're all up in the bridge. Yay. Hold on. Remember, strong arms, strong feet. Really try and push that chest forward over those wrists. Oh, these look so good. Look how open those shoulders look. Amazing, ladies. That looks really good. Once you've done that one, I want you to come up and try this against the wall. Yay, amazing. So just catch, like, again, take some time, like if you want, if you need to, just come into a little, like, rock position and just roll it out while I demonstrate the next one. If you need, I can move the camera, but I'm going to see how I go just jumping against the wall. So basically, I'm going to try and push my boobs into the wall. So I'm kind of seeing you to this corner quickly. I'm coming up into the wall, into the bridge position, and I'm basically just trying to push boobs in. So you can come up to your toes if you need to push those boobs in and then slowly flatten to the floor. So basically just hands as close to the wall as possible, pushing the boobs over. Do you need me to move the camera? Or do we get the things? I think most of you know this one. And again, the idea is like really strong arms. So you can shrug your shoulders up towards your ears here. And just doing basically a bridge into the wall. Wow, you guys look so good. And if you need, you can come up onto your toes for a bit to try and get your boobs in. Once they're there, so you can slowly flatten them down. But we're gonna think strong. So when you think butt switched on, I also want you to think core engaged, so tummy tucking in. Push through those heels and see if you can straighten those quads when you push into the wall. Oh, you look amazing. Cassie, you're nearly there. Keep going with the boobs. They're so close. They're like literally look like they're touching. Yes, beautiful. Sarah, yours too. Yeah, looks good, Rachel. Push through those heels a bit more. That's it. Push that chest over those wrists. Ah, that looks really good. Yay. All right, how are those bridges feeling? Give it a little rock and reverse the other way if you need. Whew. So, any more I want to do before? I think we'll do one more bridge, and then I wanted to try some of that swan position. So if you got that long resistance band handy nearby. But again, yeah, if you can give me one more bridge, just basically, you're welcome to do it against the wall if you need. It does provide a bit of support. Otherwise, I just want you to try and walk in as close as you can together with your arms and your feet. So coming up into the bridge. And we're just going to try and walk in as close to those feet as we can. Strong arms, strong feet. Bridge is a good one for our strength too, I think. And remember, use your butt and activate your core. We can get that's just a very neutral tuck with the hips. It's a lot less squashing through the lower back. And really try and kind of like pull that head through too. Look back towards your butt. And these look really good. Like strong, so push hard. Think like there's a string pulling up from your belly button up to the roof. And when I really push hard in these, all my muscles shake. When I really try hard on this one. All right, grab a hold of your long resistance band or a tea towel if you got one. If not, fold down some shoes can help too. The heel, if you got a heel, can help grab. If you can't do this one with no band, just do it with no bands. But you're gonna wrap this around your foot. And we're gonna come into our swan position. If you need, you can place the block under your butt. But if you can, just straight from the floor. We're gonna grab a hold of the bands like a waiter. So my thumb and my index finger are coming around to grab the bands. Palm up. Pull in and over. I can come a bit closer if we need to. So again, I've wrapped the, oh, you can't really see me there, can you? That doesn't work. So I'm in my swan position, thumb, index finger coming back around towards to grab the end of my foot if you can reach it, or the resistance band. You're going to pull it in as close as you can. And really put it in close, then you're going to rotate your torso around. With all of that torso twist, grab, rotate, and back. If you can do that, grabbing a hold with your other hand, we're going to try and creep down to that foot. You want to aim to get both hands to the foot. This one's hard to balance, but see how you go. You can lean against a wall, have a couple of yoga blocks nearby. Ah, these are so pretty. I want to try a few on each side. Take your time. Look at us all. Cassie, you can do this one without the band. Beautiful, Rachel. That's it. Really like lift. Keep creeping those arms down that band. Oh, Jackie, you're right there. You can totally do it. It's literally right there. Yes, it's right. Jackie, I can literally just pop them on. They're so close. I totally want to unmute us while we all try this. So if you have any questions, you can shout them out. I'm going to unmute us.
Don't do that. You'll just hear all my grunting.
I don't mind. Also, yeah, I believe you. And again, just take your time. Like sometimes I like to alternate the sides. Sometimes I like to do them all on one side. Welcome to do a few on each, a couple on that side before changing, or if you feel like you can even up the sides, feel free to swap. If you cut out here before we get to we still got time now, but if you do cut out, make sure you do both sides. Sometimes I actually if you are someone who can normally go and sometimes it's nice to just do a few rotations first and just to kind of move some of the horrible gunky feeling in the shoulder. Or you can do it without. If you're another band, grab pole shoes. You work well as well because it feels really easy to grab. This looks so. This is hard work. Jackie, you can do this without too. I believe you can. You're so close. God. Now, see if you can get your chest up and back a little bit more. Yeah, so really like lift and try and tuck your hip under a little bit more. If that makes any sense. That pelvis is a little bit more underneath you rather than behind you. Cassie, try without the band. You can totally do it. Your foot's already touching your head. Well, it looks like it.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, usually. It's all right. See how you go. Just give it a go. Believe in you. Yeah, pull it. Yeah, see, easy. Not even hard. Oh, look at that. And I just keep creeping down that.
That's so good. I can't believe you didn't rip your sock off.
Oh God, see? We're gonna try that on both sides. It's not to try this or the lunge variation as well, but again, just make sure you do both sides of this first. So if you want to come into the lunge variation, look at the walls, yeah? It's the same thing, you just grab and rotate. And try not to lose your balance slightly. If you do it that way, then we can guess any variation. Yay, I'm so happy we all got some. Make sure you cool down after this as well. So we're probably going to cut out soon, but keep trying. Just remember to do some abs for me afterwards. I might have to repost it again. It was one of the comments in the old back Bendy Back. Abs will help you. I think you probably can do enough abs.